Hey guys, this is Stacy Kyle from Southeastern Aerial, and I just want to talk about my first flight of the Inspire 1. Just a little bit about me. We fly several different machines. We've been flying for about 3 years now. We've had a Flame Wheel 550 from DJI with the NASA M, and we've had an S800 with a GH2 and a Wukong M, and that's some white knuckle flying there. Then we added to our arsenal S800 Evo with an A2 and moved our GH2 over to that. And, finally, an S1000 decked out with the A2, the Light Bridge, Zen Muse 5D Mark III gimbal, and it's a beautiful machine, flies great. And then we also had a small one. I didn't want to get a Phantom because everybody was getting them, and I refused to believe that they were worth anything. Well, they are. They're great little machines. But I wanted something small, so I bought a Spy Hero Spy 650, which is incredibly fast, but a GH3 gimbal on it, and it would just smoke and looked great, but still not a professional machine like the S1000. And you're looking for something, and the Phantom has the same thing. I mean, it's a great machine. People are getting great footage, and yes, they have gotten professional shots out of it, I would say, with the GH3 and 4, but not having that full gimbal control and all the things that a system like the S1000 offers with dual control and all that, and full 360, you just could not even compare. And I would say that the Inspire 1 is hitting the prosumer level beautifully. As far as flying, I would say it's professional level flying. You gotta speed, and I was flying at, looking down on this and just sort of goosing it, and you'll see some of that here in a second, but about 40 miles an hour is what I was hitting. And I imagine I could have got better speed than that, actually, if I would have let it go, but it gets out of sight so quickly, and I'm a stickler about staying line of sight. So anyway, and what you're seeing here, I'm flying. I forgot to flip the landing gear up. That's a beauty. But anyway, I'll flip it up here in a second. We'll shoot down the street. But as far as flying, professional. Camera, great camera. I love it. As you see here, this is completely untouched, raw 4K footage, and there's no rolling shutter. There is some artifacting in the trees. You can see off to the left there. It's a little blurry, but I'm not comparing this, even though the resolution is 4K, to my full frame Canon 5D Mark III. I mean, there's just no way to compare those two. So, but you can still see that the quality here is pretty amazing for what you got. A $3,400 unit with 2 controllers, and out of the box with no color correction or anything. It's great. So I highly recommend this. This is going to, it's really at that price point with anybody serious about a Phantom that's wanted to put a light bridge on there. Get rid of your Phantom and get one. I'm going to tell you, it is outright crazy. So, loving it. So, a couple of things that I was blown away by. Number one, it flies so well. I've already sort of touched on it. But also, it's whisper quiet. I mean, like, you can't hear it. I mean, I always heard people talk about, hey, people will use these to spy on windows and all that other stuff. Well, no, you couldn't do that before, at least not with the S1000 or even a Phantom. They're just buzz so loud. I could almost see that happening with this. This is a little bit scary. I mean, it gets up, 100 yards away, 50 yards away, and it's not even noticeable. And it's that quiet. And a lot of that has to do with the air and the air temperature and what you're flying in. If it's humid, I mean, it's a louder machine on some days than it is on others. But yeah, I'm extremely pleased with how quiet it is. And like I said, it flies well. The other thing is just the thought that they put into this thing. The downlink, the app. I'm running the iOS app with my iPad, which I had gotten an Android since you weren't supposed to be able to get the iOS app because they didn't do it properly through Apple's channels. and I couldn't get my Android to work. So I found online where you could download the iOS app and upload it through some other means, which worked great, and it worked great. It's crystal clear. It's not dropping frames as far as being jumping around, but the app, it gives you so much useful information, and the video looks great. I love, here I'm fixing to fly down the street here in a second. No, actually, I'm about to fly down the street, but not. I'm going to check speed here, and this sort of gives you a good test. Let's just wait. Sort of pushed it here in a second to get past this goal. I like this shot. And this is, of course, one camera. Nobody here with me today. I'm just test flying it for the first time. And I just wanted to sort of check the speed on it. So just my camera. And I finally moved the props up where they're supposed to be. Man. You know, this is that I like that shot, and that's just me by myself. So it's nice when you can just look at it and fly it, not worry about its mass. Just worry about exposure. I'm a little dark now. Changed the exposure a little too much. It's hard to tell on that iPad. But anyway, getting back to it, the app gives you so much information, useful information. I love the fact that when I'm flying, I can look at the map and see where I'm at. Like I was flying down the street and I can tell, okay, I'm right in the center of the street, and I can just absolutely look at the map and fly that way and keep it right where it's at. There are times, and I'm a stickler for flying line of sight. There are times that it gets away from you. It either gets off too far and disappears, you fly it into the sun, can't see it, you get it behind a tree, something happens. There are just times that happens. To be able to look down and see where that thing is, what it's heading, what direction it's pointed, is so valuable. So valuable. I love it, and just blown away by how well that works. The app, checking the batteries. The other thing is batteries. You know, our S1000, we have two 10,000 milliamp batteries on that machine. They run about $300 a piece, so $600 a flight, and you have to have several sets of batteries to be able to fly that. And you know, I know that people that are looking at this and go, okay, that's $200 of battery. These batteries are awesome. I mean, the fact that they do their own maintenance, discharging after 10 days or whatever they need to do to make sure that they stay and operate properly, landing here, is wonderful. So guys, that's my thoughts on this. Just the first flight. I look forward to giving you some professional footage. Please don't think I'm trying to characterize this as professional, because it is not. Professional footage. I'm just coming right off the machine, no editing, no nothing, and sharing my thoughts about this first flight. And I have to say, I love it. I'm blown away by it, how easy it is. Now, I encourage you, do your due diligence, study your manual, do everything you have to do. You're on the cutting edge of technology, and you need to treat it that way. Thanks.